And here we are, and you know, it is no longer needed to tell all of you that thousands and thousands of people keep on writing us on the Saoshyant and are speaking to us about the information that comes. But even though some of the information might be very, very distressful to some of you, especially you who have or who are surviving war or other terrible forms of distress. And you know, and don't forget, I'm a survivor of World War II. This is why I have this great concern for all of you. As I have done in the prophecies of the Saoshyant, and I remind you of it. I can't help but remind you and urge you to go there and to read the prophecies. We have never charged for those prophecies. We have never asked you for whatever thing out there. We have wanted you to be in the know. Yeah, no, not in the now. That's ridiculous. The now, you blink your eye, and as I told you many times, whoever invented the say in the now is out to lunch or is out to mislead you. But being in the know, that is the answer for all people. Doesn't matter where you live. If you still live in an area of balance or you live in an area that is out of balance. When you have kindness and compassion and awareness, you speak up and you help those not in the know to come into the know. And I think that's where we need to go most of all. We need to awaken to love, kindness, humbleness, and greatness at the same time. My urging you to this moment is, don't be fooled in believing that you need more surveillance, more security, more whatever. If you go to the prophecies, then you know also that we warned you, they will have things that fly by the walls of your house. Do you imagine that you're standing in your bathroom, stark naked, and they fly by? You wouldn't want that to happen, do you? But yet there are people here upon the planet that want to be listened to, they want to be spied on, they want to be chipped. And some of you who do not know, in 1959 when we spoke about the chip, everybody laughed. But then there were others in 1960, that's 1967, that said, what are you telling us? And some of these people were religious or not so religious, but they were very savvy. And they then said, chipping? Chipping? What is chipping? I said, well, during World War II, Hitler tattooed people on their skin. Some cases, men had a tattoo here, and women had tattoos on their arms, very painful, children. And some of the soldiers in the German army, they had a number on their teeth. The tooth was a number that the dentist capped the tooth with. So we know about that kind of chipping. And then you have the little stamp that people go and get when they go to the fairground, so they can come and go. You know, in North America, Australia, England, Canada, USA, right? North America, South America. You can get that little stamp so that everybody knows you paid and that you can come and go to wherever. Even some lectures do that. That's all fine and dandy. That's all, you know, sort of innocent so long as it washes off. But when we go to the chipping and they start to implant the chip in your head, somewhere on your skull, because they're concerned that otherwise somewhere, somehow, you will go and have it removed. But are aware that they won't chip a racehorse, because they're afraid that the chip may end up and lodge itself in its brain or in its heart, kidneys or liver. So are you of less value than that racehorse? Just asking the question to awaken you. It's all done in love. But the next thing is the surveillance will go to the point that you have no privacy, no tranquility, and it will tire you. You will not get used to it. It's not human nature to be secretive. Human nature is to be communal, to share, to interact, to laugh, to eat together, to smile, to enjoy the beach, the forest, park. But then when there are listening devices everywhere and they are going to see on your walk how you are walking, that they have to check you, that you might be a spy. Just imagine the mistakes that can be made with all this equipment, and the suffering and the pain that can come about. Everybody thought it was a good idea when they, for wildlife, chipped or ringed or whatever for the geese and the swans and the ducks. And then it was wonderful for veterinarians. Chip your dog, your cat. But then it was even more wonderful, because now we chip your father and your mother, your baby, your child. We know where they are all the time. Or if they ran away, we can find them even across the ocean. Just think about the dangers. Just think about how you could be given or be a participating idiot to give away your freedom. It sounds very good at the moment, but it isn't so good later. You see, it is quite idiotic for someone to believe that they need to be surveyed 24 hours a day. Are you that evil or that stupid? I didn't think so. You would not be watching this information if you were a little out to lunch. I think you're quite intelligent. Wisdom is that of spirituality. Great spirits, great souls will interact with one another.